What looked like two ordinary family moments quickly turned into two of the biggest Bates conversations online. Carlin Stewart is winning praise after surprising Layla and Zayd with a magical backyard movie night as the family settles into their new home, while Travis Clark is drawing mixed reactions after a late-night outing with Hailey unexpectedly sparked a parenting debate across Reddit. Neither update was shared with controversy in mind, but within hours, both had become talking points for completely different reasons, showing once again how quickly simple family moments can evolve into something much bigger once they're shared online. For Carlin, the latest post wasn't really about a new house. It was about what happens after the moving boxes are unpacked. Since relocating, followers have naturally been curious about how the Stewart family has been adjusting, and instead of answering that question with another home tour or decorating update, Carlin chose to tell the story through one special evening. Alongside the caption, "If you're wondering how we're settling into the new house, it's going pretty well." She shared a reel that quietly suggested the family's newest chapter isn't being measured by fresh paint or beautiful rooms, but by the memories they're already beginning to create together. The video itself unfolded almost like a short family film. Through simple text overlays, viewers learned that Layla and Zayd believed they were heading toward an ordinary bedtime routine. Moments later, everything changed. As the back door opened, the children stepped outside, expecting nothing unusual, only to discover their backyard had been transformed into a complete outdoor movie theater. A giant projector screen stood beside the pool. Colorful floats rested on the water. Beanbags surrounded the viewing area, while popcorn, snacks, balloons, glowing bracelets, and drinks completed the surprise. Every detail appeared carefully planned, but the real centerpiece wasn't the decorations. It was watching the children's genuine reactions as they realized the evening had become something completely unexpected. Without using a single word of narration, the reel relied almost entirely on expressions, music, and visual storytelling. Layla immediately rushed toward the setup with excitement, while Zayd followed behind, taking in everything around him. As the sun disappeared and the movie finally began, the energy shifted from surprise to comfort, showing the family gathered together beneath the evening sky. It quietly reinforced the same message Carlin hinted at in her caption. Settling into a home isn't always about the house itself. Sometimes it's about creating the first memories that make a new place finally feel familiar. The comment section reflected that feeling almost immediately. Zach Bates joked that everyone would soon be inviting themselves over for movie nights. Lawson called it such a fun surprise. Evan proudly declared it exactly his kind of evening, and Cabri Bates shared how much she loved the idea. Hundreds of followers echoed the same sentiment, saying Layla and Zayd were growing up with unforgettable childhood memories, and praising Carlin and Evan for focusing on experiences rather than simply entertaining their children. Many described the evening as wholesome, thoughtful, and exactly the kind of tradition families remember long after the decorations are gone. As more people watched the reel, another discussion gradually emerged beneath the excitement. Rather than talking about the projector or the movie, several followers turned their attention toward the swimming pool. Numerous comments encouraged the family to install additional safety fencing or barriers, while others hoped swimming lessons would become part of the children's routine as they grow older. Some even referenced tragic drowning stories involving other families, explaining that their concerns came from experience rather than criticism. Although a handful of commenters questioned whether elaborate surprises might eventually create unrealistic expectations or pointed to the family's growing social media success, those reactions remained far less common than the overwhelming praise celebrating a family intentionally slowing down to make meaningful memories together. While Carlin's update centered on creating memories at home, Travis Clark's latest Instagram story captured something much smaller, a quick father-daughter outing that probably seemed completely ordinary in the moment. The story followed Travis and Hailey as they walked through the toy section at Target, with Hailey happily exploring the aisle while still wearing her pink pajamas. Across the screen, Travis added the caption, "Late night date with Princess Hailey," while the story itself displayed a timestamp showing approximately 9:50. It wasn't presented as anything more than a little quality time between a father and his daughter, offering followers a brief glimpse into what appeared to be an otherwise uneventful evening. Because the story lasted less than a minute, viewers weren't given much additional context. There was no explanation about why they were shopping so late, whether they had been out doing something beforehand, or even whether Hailey ended up bringing home any of the toys she looked at. It was simply a short clip documenting a father enjoying time with his little girl, something that likely wouldn't have generated much discussion on its own. That changed almost immediately after screenshots found their way onto Reddit. The thread itself framed the outing as unusual from the very beginning, pointing to one specific detail, the visible timestamp, and questioning why a toddler appeared to be shopping for toys while still dressed for bed so late at night. From that point forward, much of the conversation shifted away from the father-daughter interaction itself and focused almost entirely on parenting routines. Some Reddit users argued that children Hailey's age benefit from consistent bedtimes and questioned whether a late-night shopping trip was the best choice. Others expanded the conversation even further, wondering how Travis and Katie balance parenting responsibilities with finding time for each other, while a few jokingly questioned how the story had even been filmed in the middle of Target. As often happens online, one small moment quickly became the starting point for much broader discussions that reached far beyond the original clip. Not everyone agreed with the criticism, however. Several commenters reminded others that the entire discussion rested on less than a minute of footage and one visible timestamp. They pointed out that Instagram stories rarely provide complete context, and that viewers had no way of knowing exactly what the family's evening looked like before or after the clip was recorded. Others also noted that while many people assumed Hailey was being taken shopping for new toys, the story itself never confirmed that anything had actually been purchased. Looking at both conversations side by side, it's remarkable how easily everyday family updates can take on entirely different meanings once they're placed in front of thousands of people online. Carlin's backyard movie night became a celebration of family traditions, while naturally leading to conversations about pool safety, and Travis's quiet Target trip transformed into an unexpected debate over parenting choices based largely on assumptions drawn from a few seconds of video. In both cases, the original posts remained surprisingly simple. It was everything that happened afterward, the opinions, interpretations, and endless discussions that ultimately turned two ordinary family moments into some of the Bates community's biggest conversations.